Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second game as they meet each other on the ladder again. Oh, it's you again, huh? Round 2, baby. Oh, yes. So Frostbite up here in the top right is the red Protoss, and Frozen up in the top left. This noob match is underway. Silver League for the win. And let's see if Frostbite learns from his mistakes. Apparently, rushing with Lings at 10 minutes into the game equals cheese equals Frozen-like sex with men, because Frostbite accused him of being gay, and oh my god, it was pretty amusing, and I'm gonna troll Frostbite a lot. Okay, so slowing this down so I can really just admire how little chrono Frostbite uses. Oh, saving up a big bank so he can drop 2 gateways at once. And we are chronoing out Warp Tech. Oh, I'm so proud of you. It might be done by the 9-minute mark. And, yeah, there goes his 4th gateway. So, using the only build Frostbite knows how to use, the dreaded 4-gate, you will go far, sir. Wedging that Protoss unit in the little space, but will that stop 100 Zerglings at 10 minutes? I don't know. In fact, I'd like to see Frozen get some Banelings, because that would be funny to me. We do see double gas, and it's going to be roaches. Ah, that makes me sad. Come on, Frozen. Frozen? Yes, Frozen. Frostbite is our dreaded foe. And getting supply block to 26. Proud of you. But he realizes that he gets his pylon a couple minutes late. And chronoing an empty cybercore. God, that's how you win games right there. And morphing that warp tech. Very like, I likey, very like, oh god, I don't know how to speak, but it's okay, because I don't have to speak, I just have to watch Frostbite fail. Okay, I lied, I do have to speak. So, accruing chrono, because, you know, that wins games as well, and dropping another pylon to avoid being supply blocked again. And, we do have warp tech, but we're not gonna, oh, we are gonna warp in units. See here, I thought he was being stupid some more. But, getting some sentry, because okay, he can't micro to use sentry anyway. So dropping lots of spine crawlers, but they aren't going to finish in time. Lots of roaches coming out for Frozen. Is this going to be a quick death for Frozen? Is Frostbite going to get his revenge? A terrible force field goes down, protecting him from nothing. And it looks like he's going to lose both those sentry, both those stalkers. Oh, he escapes with 2 stalkers. Retreating to 3 more being warped in. We've got 300 minerals sitting in the bank for the Protoss player, but microing his massive death ball is too time consuming to spend minerals, and he's gonna pull back because he realizes he can't stop anything. So yeah, he's gonna block his own nexus with his zealot. I like that. And one zealot wasn't enough, so he's going to block it with his stalkers too. Really great move. Appreciate that. This guy is innovating the Protoss late game like no one before him. And he better watch out, because he's reaching the 10-minute mark where, you know, Frozen likes to cheese with speedlings. But it looks like he doesn't have many. It looks like he's going to cheese with macro roach style instead, because that cheese is, you know, much more cheesy than Lings. But he's going to go cheese this pylon here with, you know, cheesy roaches. And, oh, just fromage everywhere. Oh, that's French-Canadian for cheese. But, yeah, no, we're seeing nothing new. Nothing new. Just going to build more roaches, I think. Go into that production tab. Oh, we have a pylon in production. Where is it? Oh my god, this game gets more and more exciting. And is that more stalkers? Some more gateway units? Oh, this is a treat. This is a treat. I'd like to thank Super Jeffrey for sending me this replay once again. And watch as his huge macro Zerg style overwhelms the map, and his creep spread just off the hook. Holy jeez. Just on top of this injection. Wow, so impressive. And inject over here as well. Oh, I admire these players. Do I smell the next Idra? I think I do. I think I do. Getting Zergling speed for all his roaches. And yeah, he's gonna chrono that empty nexus. I like that, using his chrono, staying on top of that. I hope he remembers to chrono his assimilators though, and his pylons too, so they produce supply faster. He's gonna select all his warp gates. That's good, but he's not gonna warp anything in. And I think that's a good decision. Oh, but here he went and he ruined all the nice things I said about him. And he's gonna drop a Robo Bay. But I'd be surprised if he builds anything from it. He seems to really like his gateway units. I think he's getting the robotics bay for the robotics facility for show. I'm thinking that's the route he's going to go down. And taking another hatchery, Frozen is. Oh, he got a creep tumor. He has 2 creep tumors, 3 creep tumors, 4 creep tumors, and I see a 5th. But yeah, no, we see just an overlord scouting the expo that, you know, Frostbite will never ever take. And if he someday saturates his 2nd, we might see some Robotech. Oh, an Immortal. See, I don't think that's a good name for it, because I'm gonna guess $10 that it dies very quickly. But no, we're just gonna see Robotics Bay. Ooh, but getting Hydra, the hard counter to Colossus, building 12 drones and a queen, getting glial okay, he's getting the reconstitution glands. I like that, and a forge. Might we see upgrades? Frostbite, you surprise me over and over. Okay, so he's got 1 immortal. No, that's the end of. Oh, he's getting a 2nd immortal. He doesn't need observers though. He's only against burrow roaches. I mean, why? No, you don't need an observer. He got the Robo Bay, so he can build Colossus, but I'm not sure if he will. And whether he upgrades Thermal Lance, well, I mean that's anyone's guess. He loves his immortals. He might not be able to afford Thermal Lance or Colossus, but we'll see. We'll see what he does. There he goes, getting that Colossus, but he is supply blocked. You were doing so good. You were doing so good. Quick, chrono it. Chrono it. It'll supply block you faster. And there's 2 more pylons. This is not good. So saturation here, very nice. Saturation here, very nice. Saturation here, pretty nice. And he's getting an infestation pit. I like that. But no infestors. Building lots of Hydra. And I'm just going to speed this up a bit. For anyone who's unfamiliar, that is the Benny Hill song. And we are seeing 1 Colossus. We do have Thermal Lance just finishing up. Weapons 1 and the 2nd Colossus on the way. Oh! Oh, oh, oh. Going down to faster so we can watch one of these players lose miserably. So we got a nice Roach Hydra mix. We've got Weapons 1 and Armor 1. And we have Weapons 1 almost finishing. Thermal Lance is going to be finished in time for this engagement. Is he going to use Force Field? He's got full mana on his only sentry. There's 1 Force Field. Oh, I'd really like to know if he used the F key or if that was like a shift click. And I really feel like even though there is a Colossus and a couple of Immortals, I think this Hydra army could take this army, but maybe I'm just being silly. At the very least, he could, you know, rape half of it and then replace this army really quickly. So here we go. I like this engagement. Come on, keep pushing. He cannot back up. Look how fast those Immortals go down to the Hydra. Now 2 Colossus coming out for Frostbite, and they are by themselves. If Frozen had come over here, he could just rip apart these 2 Colossus while they were alone. I think it was a mistake for Frozen to let Frostbite get away after engaging there. Because now that the Zerg player is on 3 bases, and with all these minerals in the bank, he could easily wipe out this army, lose his in the process, but then replace his twice as fast as Frostbite could ever replace his. I mean, he just doesn't have the production. He's got 4 gateways. Okay, he's got a couple more gateways now. He's got all those gateways and only 1 Robobay off 2 base. And he's hardly saturated here, so yeah, I don't know. He's taking a third. The Zerg player really needs to just buckle down and run Frostbite over. Frostbite does not have the army he needs. And once that Colossus count gets up too high, it'll make things much harder for Frozen to deal with. So we're at the 20-minute mark, and Frozen continuing to cheese Frostbite. I really don't like Frozen's cheesy style of play. Very cheesy indeed. And look at these cheeselings. Those aren't even speedlings, they're cheeselings. And these cheesedras and those roaches, roach cheese. And look at all the cheese he's spreading across the map. Lots of cheese. And Frostbite counter-cheesing by building a Nexus. Very cheesy, Frostbite. I see you're really returning the cheese favor. It's too bad you didn't play the game straight up with a cannon rush or anything like that. I really would have liked to see standard play from the Silver League Protoss, but you can't have everything. You just can't. So I won't beg. And Frozen is going to go up here and defend his cheese Hydra Den. But look at this, loading up into the Overlords, maybe? A girl can dream. Yeah, there he goes. He is loading up into the... Oh, I like this. And this is going to turn into a Doom Drop. Ultralisks! Oh, Frozen, you make me proud. Actually getting tier 3. So we're going to Doom Drop into the main and then probably push down the middle. But I mean, I don't know what the APM from these players really looks like. We actually have some decent APM going on from the Zerg player. So I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Frozen. I really hope you're our submitter, your viewer submitter, and Frostbite is not. But here we go. We're going to get a big Doom Drop. And he needs to be pushing forward with his army, get this 2-prong going. And there's cannons here, but that won't stop it for long. The Protoss player does not see this yet. He needs to just come and drop. What is he doing up in the top corner? He needs to drop somewhere. He's going to try to drop all the way over here, though, I think. I mean, he gave the Protoss tons of time to see him coming, though. Where is he going? Oh, I was so proud of you, Frozen, but now you're just wasting your time. He's going to come over here and try to destroy the second, which I guess this is good, but now he's really close to the army. He could have destroyed the Protoss's production. Instead, he's going to take away his second, his only source of income. He could pick up and get away, but he's going to engage this army. Not a good idea at all. He's going to get torn apart. He's just going to try to sacrifice his roaches to get this Nexus. That might work for him. He better hope the Nexus goes down, and it is going to go down. The Nexus goes down for Frostbite.